Hi coaches, welcome again to another sports season for the Hereford Sports and Wellness programs. We appreciate your willingness to volunteer. We can't do these programs without volunteer coaches, so thank you for being involved and once again appreciate you a whole lot. On the players must be 4 years old to 6th grade during this school year to be eligible to play. The equipment we're going to pass out to you guys, we're going to give you game balls, a number 3 size game ball for your 4-year-olds to 4th grade, and a number 4 size game ball for your 5th grade to 6th grade. Please return all these before the season ends, or right after the season ends, because we want to continue to give this stuff to the next round of kids that come through. You must wear your Hereford Sports and Wellness t-shirt that has been assigned to you. They must be on the roster and be on the team and have that shirt during games. Tennis shoes or rubber turf shoes are required. No spikes out there or nothing like that. Shin guards are required. So if you got a kiddo in there, no matter what age group, we got to have shin guards on them. No jewelry or hair accessories of any kind. If you have a bobby pin and a hair, that'll work. One more thing that we added this year is no jewelry. If you have a little one that just got some studs in that are just studs, let's get some athletic tape or band-aids and put that on top of that. That's the only kind of accessory that we'll allow. Obviously, if they just got those done, but just so don't do them before the season if they haven't had them done yet. But if they have them, let's make sure we put some athletic tape or a band-aid over them. Each player must play in at least half the game. Each game will consist of 2 20-minute halves with the running clock, or if coaches choose to do it, you can do 4 10-minute quarters with 2 10-minute quarters in the first half, 2 10-minute quarters in the second half. But the easiest way to do it usually is the 2 20-minute halves with the running clock. Halftime will only be 5 minutes. Games ending any tie shall remain a tie. There will be no overtime, no sudden death, anything like that. Substitutions, you can make them at any time. Let's just make sure the kiddos are playing half the game. Use your discrepancy on when you want to sub, and let's make sure that all the kids are playing at least half the game. Offsides will only be forced in 5th and 6th grade. The ball's out of bounds if it touches past the goal line or touch line, anything like that. Just any bounce play, obviously we'll throw it in on the sidelines. If it's the offense kicks it out, we're going to do defense will kick it in from the end. If the defense touches it going out on the defending goal, then we'll have corner kicks for those kids. Slide tackling will not be allowed. Will be allowed, but the player must have contact with the ball. Let me rephrase that. I kind of stumbled over that. Slide tackling will be allowed, but the player must have contact with the ball. Can't slide and just trip a kid and don't touch the ball. You have to touch the ball. It will be a foul if you don't. Teams should stand on opposite sidelines. Let's not have the same group of teams and fans on the same sidelines. Penalty kicks will be allowed. Obviously, goals are 1 point each. We're going to start the game off with just a basic coin toss. The winning team will receive the choice to receive or kick off, and then the second half it will alternate to the other team that didn't have the choice. All right, outdoor soccer, remember also games will be played on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. If a team is short as players, like we said earlier, get with the other coach and the ref to play with fewer players. We don't want any forfeits, so try to play the game if you can. It will not be rescheduled if it's just a forfeit. All right, fouls and misconduct. This is the one we want to keep really on top of because we don't want anything to get out of control, any physical, putting a kid in danger of being hurt or anything. So any fouls are intentionally tripping or kicking, attempt to trip or kick an opponent. You can't intentionally push, hold, or charge an opponent. You can't kick or tip the ball while it's in possession of the goalkeeper. If the goalkeeper's got his hands, you can't be kicking at the ball. You can't handle the ball with your hands. In the ages 4 to the kindergarten leagues, hand touches are allowed, provided they do not catch or throw the ball. If they're just putting their hands up to protect themselves or something, let that go. But they cannot just catch it or throw it. It just has to be an accidental touch. If a goalie takes more than 4 steps before releasing the ball, that'll be a penalty. If the goalie touches the ball with their hands after they received it directly from a throw and taken by a teammate. Goalie touches the ball with their hands after it's been passed to them by a teammate. The goalie is allowed to kick a ball that's passed to him by a teammate, but is not allowed to pick it up. You got a teammate on the side, he kicks it back to the goalie, he must kick that ball. He cannot pick that ball up. In age 4 to 4th grade, if a team has less than 5 players, the coaches can agree to play 4-on-4 or 3-on-3. In 5th and 6th grade, if a team has less than 6 players, the coaches may agree to play 5-on-5 or 4-on-4. Ages 4 to 4th grade will be 5v5 with the goalie. Ages 5th grade and 6th grade will be 6v6 with the goalie. So let's remember, coaches, you're responsible for the conduct, the control of your players, your fans, your parents, yourself. That's really important. Let's keep good sportsmanship out there. We're just here to have fun and make sure that you're controlling your side of the field. That's all we can ask of you. All assistant coaches that are helping you coach your team, they must have their background and be on the roster. No one can be working with kids out there without a current background check on file. In the ages 4 through kindergarten divisions, one coach may be on the field but may not enter the goal area. So you can be on the field with that 4 to kindergarten, but let's stay out of the way. Let the kids play. Don't be in the middle telling them to kick it. Let's stay out of the way. No abusive language. Don't handle any children with aggressive manner or pulling on kids or touching kids, anything like that. It could lead to being, not being able to coach. So let's not do that. If you have officials, accept the decision of the game officials on the field. These guys are out there doing us a favor by being there. We wouldn't have officials without them. Let's not cause any scenes out there. If you have a question about rules and stuff after the game, feel free to call somebody. Hereford Sports and Wellness is always available. We have staff there, and we'll be able to answer your questions. But let's not have anything at the site or approaching referees. No parents approach referees. Let's make sure we're leaving the facility after your game, and if you need to talk about a rule, we can talk about that later. Don't criticize the opposing team. No talking between teams, fans, other coaches. Let's keep it good sportsmanship all the time. No tobacco out there, no drugs, no alcohol, nothing around out there. We cannot allow that at all. So at the end of the day, we appreciate you. Your volunteers is what make our programs go. And hope you have a great season. Any questions, please reach out to anyone at Hereford Sports and Wellness. Thanks.